My dad is great because of so many reasons.
You know, he's the ultimate go-to guy. Gosh, he's motivated, he's capable, he's smart.
George is a prime example of how residents get involved.
I like to be with other people, and I hope that I can make contributions in the various areas that I do work in.
I feel that George and Sue, my mom, have made Emerald Heights more than just a facility. They've made it their home. And these are their neighbors here, their friends, and they've become their extended family.
And anytime we move into a new home, there's always something that we saw needed improvement or we'd like to change for the better. And that was true here. These were things not just for us, but was it good for the rest of our friends here?
And I noticed that George had been involved in, I guess, a half a dozen committees where he was the resident representative, talking to the architects and the planners and administration about what this campus should look like.
We have a wonderful campus today. It was great before, but it's even more wonderful now. And George has had a lot to do with that thing for Emerald Heights.
George is always a positive person in applying the vast knowledge and experience that he brings to our many conversations.
George has been a great collaborator with staff, with the board, with the residents in completing this great, strategic plan and master plan that we've been working on.
George has been a member here of Emerald Heights for a number of years, and he has really helped us in many areas to aid us as residents, really, to communicate and to bring thoughts to the administration, which has had a major impact on what has been done.
George is a great guy. George truly has been that resident voice in a lot of the projects that we've done here in the remodel of Emerald Heights. The main one that I got to work with him on was the fitness center. So it's not only helped the residents to have their opinions be known, but it's also helped staff quite a bit to make sure that there's nothing that we're overlooking.
Well, George sees a greater good in all things. He stands out in his contributions as a volunteer and as a resident.
But one morning, early on when I got in here, I noticed, well, George is walking by today. It's 8 o'clock or something like that. And well, it turns out that that was the only walking around doing the campus, but he was noting needs of the campus in total.
And I walk around the campus, and then 3 days a week I stop in at the fitness center and exercise there for 35, 40 minutes and meet with some of my friends there. And then I go on further on around to what is called our Corwin Center, which is the skilled nursing and assisted living, and I stop in there and see some of my friends that are now in those areas.
He has served on a number of committees. He was very much involved in the development of the model railroad here.
And a group of people said, we want to build a community railway. George volunteered right away for being an engineer and working, and a bunch of us in the building and grounds area worked on development of the grounds themselves. So he was there.
Well, Emerald Heights is our home, and it's important for residents here to have a say in how it's rebuilt, redecorated, how it's operated.
There's so much talent here. It's amazing from the backgrounds of all the various people that are here. It's so varied and different and interesting. Everyone has an interesting story to tell.
It was always their motto to help out anybody, and so if anybody had a need, they would take care of it. And I think that extends over to Emerald Heights here too, that he's always willing to raise his hand and say, I'll help there.
George makes Emerald Heights a better place by engaging in everything that's going on the campus.
And we are much indebted to him for the hours and energy that he has put in.
He really exemplifies the best of being a senior and an active member of this community and making the community the best that it can be for everybody who lives here.
George is my grandfather, and he's been great. He's been a really good influence in my life. My grandpa's my senior star because he's always looking out for the genuine interest of everyone else.
He's able to work with staff and with residents to make sure that there's a collaborative effort in some of the big projects that we do around Emerald Heights.
There's nothing more valuable than someone's time, and he's given all of us residents lots of his time.